Intro?
What?
Intro?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Introduction, we're here! We're doing another episode,
And MakerCat is still bad at introductions.
Yes, I am, shut up. Yeah, we're just starting over again.
When you need him.
He's
I'm not
probably
Thorin,
shilling
I'm
Alpha
sorry.
Draft again.
I can't be
Skrilla.
famous people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still here with my two other friends, and we're still playing this,
Thing.
Game in air quotes.
yes, this visual novel of mediocre proportions.
As soon
Go.
as I step out into the open and feast my eyes upon Akihabara, all fear and worry about the previous subject swiftly melt away. This was amazing. You see pictures a lot, but only your eyes can capture the full glory of any given subject. No, most cameras actually have better image quality than my vision.
It's kind of depressing when you think about it.
Well, what do you think? I tried to park in a spot that gave you the grandest reveal.
Enhance!
Did I do it justice?
It looks absolutely stunning.
Yes, through the Vaseline filter.
Yep.
Better than I ever could have imagined. So where are you taking us?
I notice in the corner of my eye that Rook is scurrying off. He must want to get to our destination first, wherever it is. Well, since apparently the both of you couldn't come to a mutual conclusion, we decided on a place for you. As you might have heard, Clace owns quite a few places in Akihabara. He pulls strings behind the scenes. But there's one place that he puts a little more care into than most. A little place called Arcadia.
Arcadia!
Sure, we'll keep that. That's the line. That's the line. You mean the biggest arcade in Electric Town?
One and the same. He bought it around 5 years ago and turned it into what it is.
Maybe we can finally play the Silent Hill pachinko game.
What the? I was holding the mouse button. I didn't realize.
Can you scroll?
No, you can't go back.
Dagnabbit.
Whatever.
It
I don't
might
think we
have-
missed anything.
Honestly, no.
Well, considering you just didn't listen to a word I had to say, I'll continue. It might attract the stalkers and creepers if they knew exactly what he owned and where to find him.
Fair enough.
So, just follow me and we'll get this show on the road. Rook has already gone ahead, as you can clearly see. I really don't know why. But if you question his actions, you'll end up clueless only 24/7.
Roger that. Let's go.
Jade led us down the crowded streets of Akihabara. I could tell why they called it Electric Town. The streets and stores were just brimming with light and tech. Keela is also astounded. We strategically weave through the crowd, with Jade at the helm,
That's tactically.
Shut up.
directing us with an expertise that only someone local could have.
So she's Japanese.
No, I think just living there for a while,
Yeah.
probably.
Makes more sense. Though with her leading us, lots of glances are made towards Keela and I. It's very obvious that we're not from here. More obvious than we both would have liked to admit. Also, I read admit as audit and was really confused. I have a feeling we won't even be needing to use the sentence that Rook gave us. It looks like the people are avoiding us on purpose.
Gaijin.
I see some people walking through the streets with surgical masks on.
Finally, something accurate.
Yeah. It's actually fairly common. I've actually seen it stateside more and more lately, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I have never seen that here.
I actually see it a lot in downtown Baltimore. And
Interesting.
Baltimore, and every time I'm up in New York, I see a few people with it.
I never noticed it.
Are they afraid we'll make them sick or something?
They're afraid
Did you
they'll make
see them
each other
put?
sick.
Did you see them put them on? No. Then they're totally irrelevant to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. For a moment, I'm overwhelmed, and I have to catch my breath.
Hence the surgical masks.
Is this what culture shock is like? Hey now!
You haven't even talked to anyone
I
yet.
know.
What the hell?
Hey now, calm down! I know this is different than what you're used to, but please continue to breathe.
Yeah, we don't want to die yet. We just barely begun. So
I
death
nod.
is somewhere on the schedule?
I nod and take one last deep breath before returning to my normal pace of breathing. It's not an incredible rate.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now I'm conscious of my breathing. I hate when that happens. It's also
Damn it,
when
I
I'm-
lost the game.
Wait, what?
Shut up. Anyway.
I had to find something to throw at you. I decide to change the subject and ask how much farther it is to this Arcadia.
Arcadia!
Ricola!
Anevia.
It's actually... Whoa. That's weird. It's actually right here. Just follow me for a moment longer. Jade walks towards a nearby door. This looks very inconspicuous. I never would have guessed that inside was one of Akihabara's hottest arcade scenes. Keela follows her to the door, and I do as well. She opens it, slowly and dramatically.
Do they have Street Fighter Third Strike?
Welcome to Arcadia.
Do they have Third Strike?
He says it quite loudly, and with a dramatic flair. Wait, did he come ahead just to make our entrance more dramatic? That's such a Rook thing to do, even though I've known him for all of 20 minutes.
Nothing about this is important. Do they have Third Strike? I need to know.
Thankfully, not many people get to enter Arcadia with such finesse and grace. Damn, feels good to be a gangster.
Home?
You'll be living here now.
Yeah, we pretty much live here. I mean, Blaze pays for it, so we get to stay free of charge.
We just need to clean. So welcome to my paradise. Lost.
My baby.
Ooh, baby.
A triple.
Baby, baby, baby.
No!
You went Bieber over Jackson 5.
What is
Just
the
go.
Jackson
Just
5
go. The Jackson 5 was what
Ooh,
Jackson
baby, give
did.
me one more
Yeah.
chance.
Oh yeah, that one.
You mean R, baby.
No, I'm not into you.
Just what kind of relationship do these two have?
That is an excellent question.
Rook, make sure to show them a good time. First name.
Oh, first name.
Make sure you come see me in my office before you go. I will also show you a good time.
My guess is that she's just really oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I'd like to show you in private. And yes, I will be using the D set.
Dagnammit.
The in joke.
Making it too easy.
No one will get.
We'll use the D set.
Did you ever upload those?
Didn't you lose them?
Those were the things we did of the other visual novel, right?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
real-time strategy space visual or turn-based strategy space visual novel.
Lost them. When my computer blue screen,
Oh my god.
or not blue screen, but it
Yeah, bricked.
it bricked. Lost all of those.
Damn, that was actually some good recording too.
I know. I was really sad.
She smirks at me before walking away. Oh
You
god,
know.
was I right? Was
No.
I right?
Spoiler alert, I saw a screenshot that would say no.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad. Oh, yeah.
It's your character!
Proceed. Any video game you want, we have it here. Not Third Strike.
Mother.
Place is loaded. So if there's something he wants, he gets it.
I noticed that Rook is typing away on his tablet while talking to us, but he's doing it so efficiently that you couldn't take offense. It takes some serious skill to multitask that well.
I'm an Osu
Wow.
master.
No, you're not.
Do you have background brawler too?
We have Turbo.
That's a Street Fighter reference.
Yep.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I recommend...
Yeah,
oh.
back road brawler. Did you not realize that Street Fighter immediately?
No, I knew. But, like, I was wondering.
I recommend that one more. Quite a fan.
It's alright. One-on-one, Rook. Calling it now.
Out of order.
You mean both of them?
Must have been a little too vigorous. The joystick.
Mother.
Sorry.
Mother. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Needs
no commentary. Mad.
Needs no commentary. Oh, mother. No comment. No comment. No, there's... Done. Done. It really does.
Just like Jade. Actually, no, you don't want a bird to do that.
You know, I actually have a really interesting image to show you
No.
after this.
No.
The beak sheath. And it is exactly what it sounds like.
America. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Following Rook, he leads us over to a big machine that says UFO claw game on it.
Okay. Okay.
The claw.
Oh, mother. How did I not get that reference?
Wait, I think I've seen this machine in animated
No,
video games
it's
before.
Pixar. It's Pixar.
You've never experienced anything until you've played the Claw.
Aren't they just like those claw games we had back at home?
No.
The ones that give you stuffed animals. They're almost always rigged. The toys would always fall out of the claw under their own weight.
And they are actually rigged too.
Yes.
You can adjust the pressure on the claw and with inside
Well,
the
isn't
machine.
there a percentage chance of whether or not it'll actually apply proper pressure? Yeah.
Well, I'll have you know that we don't rig the games here.
Because nobody comes here.
At
Arcadia. Besides, if you look at the machine, you will see that all the animals are small in size, so they don't fall out. And the claw has a UFO around it, so it has a motif. It's like abducting the cute little bears. I mean, little shits.
What did you just say? Did the cold-hearted Rook just say what I thought he said?
No.
Rook immediately steps behind me and pushes me towards the UFO claw game. He grabs my paw,
Dagnabbit.
places it on the joystick.
It's not a paw if you have it digits. It's fingers.
Just play.
I'm not
Oh
gonna play
god.
long. Is
I
this
really have
gameplay?
no choice, so I proceed to play this little game.
Is this gameplay?
I don't know, but I call it. Apparently, I'm an alien spacecraft abducting tons of little teddy bears from their hometown of Teddyville. You know, kind of makes me feel bad. Could be robbing these bears.
Are
their
you
entire
kidding
future.
me?
But now's no time for such short-sighted introspection.
Too late.
The aliens clearly need the bears in order to sustain themselves, or else they would not be abducting them in the first place. That's right. I'm the protagonist, which means these bears were the villains. Perhaps Teddyville is a terrorist regime. Perhaps letting them live.
They need some freedom.
Perhaps letting them live and not abducting them would rob the future of everyone else on the planet. I grip the joystick tightly and aim the claw towards the bear who is poking out the most. I take the deepest breath of my life before pressing the button. For freedom!
America!
And I win.
Oh. Aww, I was hoping for gameplay.
Yeah, so was I. I was ready to. It drops the teddy bear into a little chute, and the machine plays some sort of victory fanfare.
As the great George Bush would say, mission accomplished.
That was extremely anticlimactic. This is Rook's measure of a true Japanese arcade experience. It was pretty dull.
Congrats.
Not many people can win on just their first try. Take your prize. You've earned it, champ.
That's pretty cool, I guess. Nowhere as intense as a battle into a tour would have been.
Well, I don't have the lot.
So fix them.
So we need to focus on keeping that safe. That's going to be important. It's the first thing we've been given.
Keep that safe and you'll always remember. Okay.
Like, we kind of need that.
Yeah.
Deep in my bond with Rook. Jesus Christ.
Keep it.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Excuse me. This may be important, because I'm important.
He leaves Keela and I to socialize while he tends to his phone call. You know, I expected someone this high up in showbiz to be taking calls constantly. But he's only taken one in the entirety of our time together.
That's because everything's done through text.
Yeah, that seems pretty low maintenance. What's his actual job title? That's something I should ask.
So what do you think of this place? I think it's cool, but there's no food, and it seems like they just wanted to brag. Like, honestly, I'm famished. And instead of going anywhere food-related, they just wanted to show off their arcade.
I nod in agreement before noticing a fierce rumble in my stomach.
Rumble
in the jungle.
I'm not in agreement.
Sure. Honestly, I hadn't even thought about food for the last 12 hours. Suddenly, I'm starving. Wonder if Jade has anything in her office.
Oh, she does.
I remember that she wanted to see me before we, left. We're not about to leave, but Rook may be occupied for the next little while. Should I go see her?
Spend time with Jade.
I let Keela know that we're going to take Jade up on her offer while we wait for Rook to finish his phone call. Keela nods.
Probably for the best. Who knows how long he's going to be. While I wait, I guess I'll try to win my own toy.
I start wandering towards the general direction Jade did when she left us earlier, but this place is huge. Eventually, I find a small door hidden in the back. It leads to a single stairway, which has a wooden door on the end of it. This must be Jade's room? I slowly ascend the staircase and open the door that awaits me at the top.
You know, we haven't encountered the Dick yet. Not in a long time.
When I arrive at Jade's office, I see her at a bookshelf with her back turned towards me. I decide to call out her name to get her attention. Oh, hey there! I didn't expect you to come so soon. My apologies for not being ready to receive you.
I actually appreciate that voice because of how much of the sexual tension it gets rid of.
I know! I let her know that Rook is taking a call, so I decided to come see her while I waited. There's literally no way to make it sexy, though.
I know, that's why I love that voice. It's just brilliant.
I inquire as to what she wanted to show me in private.
I want porn to be dubbed with that voice.
I think I found my career.
Dubbing Japanese porn, sure, why not?
It's like that game, like that really bad game show that used to be on Bravo, where it's like it's the people doing the obstacle course, and they have it dubbed into English, but it's just like they're just saying whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
One of those dubs. That thing was great to watch.
Well, actually, I have a couple of questions to ask you first. She takes a deep breath as if she's about to make a speech she's rehearsed 1,000 times. But what she says catches me completely off guard. Do you believe in other worlds?
Would you like to join our Lord and Savior Satan?
Thanks, forest friends.
Oh, man.
You know, like a parallel universe. I don't know what to say. I just stare at her, dumbfounded. What kind of question is that? Well, let me explain it like this, then. Let's say I flip a coin, and let's say it lands on heads. Are you willing to believe that another reality exists where the coin lands on tails? Again, I'm not sure what to say. I'll take that silence as a no. Well, allow me to continue. If I flip the coin, and hold my hand over top to conceal which side it landed on...
Schrodinger.
This is where it gets interesting.
Schrodinger.
Because neither of us has observed the result, it is both heads
Schrodinger.
and tails at the same time. Shut up, Alucard! Until it is revealed, there is a moment in time where we exist in both realities at once. The heads universe and tails. Therefore, it is impossible to deny the existence of multiple realities.
Do you just use wave theory to justify multiple dimensions of reality?
Yes, because you can. And it works.
Fair enough.
Since we're able to place ourselves at an apex being the topmost point, like a fork in the road, the point before the reality you'd end up in is decided. But, with that being said, there needs to exist a reality or universe where I decided not to toss the coin at all. There would have to be a universe where I never came into my office. There'd have to be a universe where we didn't come to this arcade. A universe where you didn't win that toy. Or the contest. A universe where we were never born.
You must go deeper, Rod.
Where the dinosaurs never went extinct. The more you branch it out, the crazier it can get. But these realities exist because of that coin toss. It's a thought experiment I created while writing my thesis paper. It won several awards, but I think it's rather silly that I won anything. When you write about quantum mechanics, you can just ad-lib everything. It's akin to creative writing. It's all theory with no practice.
Do you realize how much mathematics it would take for that whatever you wrote to win any awards whatsoever? The number of equations. We have a friend who's a dick, by the way, who has spent so much work and effort studying this sort of stuff. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
And I have proven him wrong on multiple occasions.
That's because he's a dick.
Yes. But that's what makes it such an enticing field of study. Not because he's a dick, but because the field is interesting. There's a way to prove anything you can think of. As ridiculous as it sounds, I'm sure there's even a world where the inhabitants aren't covered in fur, feathers, or scales. And that's just fun to think about. I blink a few times at a loss for words. Oh, sorry. I must sound insane. And I really do right now.
Yep, you do.
I'm squawking quantum physics.
He squawks sexily.
He squawks.
I tried. I really tried. I get that a lot when I talk about quantum mechanics. But I can assure you it will all make sense shortly. One moment. She moves to her desk and sits down. So I sit down in the chair across from her. She scatters a few papers across the desk. I've been trying to use my studies to find a deeper meaning behind the midnight deaths.
You're a physicist, not an investigator.
Why not both, motherfucker? It's really
If L can
puzzling
do
me.
it, so can I.
I know Rook told you all about them on the limo ride here, and quite frankly, it doesn't make any sense. But because it makes no sense, is precisely why I am attracted to solving this mystery.
Someone's killing people. What?
Just how I am. She pushes a newspaper clipping toward me. It's an article... Oh, wrong voice.
Yeah.
It's an article about the victim of one of the midnight death incidents. This one here. He died of a gunshot wound to the head. But there was no gun to be found in the area.
So he kept the gun.
There was a bullet, however, so this one was excusable. It goes on to get more bizarre, however, because it wasn't bizarre in this... It wasn't really bizarre yet.
Yeah.
She takes out another newspaper clipping and puts it over top of the last one. This victim hung himself, but there was no noose found.
What?
He was found on his floor. None of the methods of death match up with the surrounding environment of the incident.
So that's just a strangling.
It makes no sense. Well, no, you could...
You can strangle
you
someone
could-
with rope.
Yes, but that would show struggle. Much more struggle.
So somebody found a victim who was hung and then took the rope off and deposited them on the floor.
Still-
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
That, I will
No
be
matter
fair.
what, this one's weird.
Yeah, that one...
That really did make no sense. But then there's one incident here that really caught my eye. Because everyone was on guard when midnight came around. There's someone who survived. They were on the verge of becoming one of the victims, but made it through. She shows me one final newspaper clipping. He reported loss of breath, like he was being strangled or suffocated, but it suddenly stopped. It matches the other victim who had hung himself. No noose. He didn't even own a rope. How would you prove this? I have no idea.
Researched his house. There was no rope to be found.
Still,
It's also like, well, just like lightness of breath wouldn't make sense because that isn't hanging yourself because the way to prove that you hung yourself is you have rope marks.
yeah, ligature marks.
Yeah.
And this means that he could have struggled. Whatever. Just figure out this train of thought.
But get this. His neck was injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly like it would have been if he was actually the victim of a hanging. Were he to actually die, it would have matched the other victim perfectly. But since he survived, well, you know what they say about dead men telling no tales. Since this one survived, I think we can use his story. And that is precisely what I want to do. If I came up with something credible enough, however incredible it may seem, perhaps I can clear Clace's name. The kid doesn't deserve to be blamed for something completely beyond his control.
Unless he was a black metal band. In which case he would want to be blamed. For everything. People started dying when I came. Metal.
I agree. The one survivor explained a certain phenomenon while he was unable to breathe. His mind was overtaken with memories that were not his own, yet were his own at the same time. That's how he described it. Now you know why I explained my theory to you earlier. It's because I want to apply that to the midnight deaths. I believe that something is happening at midnight that causes multiple realities to coincide with each other. And if the person happens to be dead in the other world, then they perish quite the same way in ours. Like the events of a parallel universe are catching up to them somehow.
This reminds me of the time of the episode of Night Vale where everyone's doppelganger showed up and
Yeah.
they started strangling each other.
I know
I
this
forgot
doesn't
that part.
explain the murder aspect at all, but it's my theory that those are entirely unrelated cases.
Also, what's your degree, Jade? Are you just a driver? Who are you?
The murder cases were plainly murder. Though no culprit has been found for the murders, they do not have such mysterious circumstances around them. If someone is shot by a killer, of course there would be no gun found. And that's why I'm treating them as different events. With my theory for the suicides a little more strange. My theory is that worlds are colliding, and the colliding world's history is overriding our own. But I'm not able to theorize why these events happen only at midnight. Is there some sort of window involved? Anyway, what do you think?
How do you know they all happen at midnight? I mean, I guess you could approximate, but
Yeah, but you can't get it within more than an hour.
yeah. So it wouldn't be happening midnight on the dot, which means you have some variance.
if you get those within a certain time frame, you can typically assume it's going to be a time that matters, and midnight's the only likely one in that window.
The reason why I'm wondering is because, like, I was trying to think of the rotation of the Earth and all that, jazz, and I was thinking, well, our clocks are off by, like, 0.25?
Give or take.
Yeah. And that's why we have leap year, because we're making up for the day that was
Leap
lost.
seconds too, I think.
Yeah, sleep seconds exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can usually narrow down the time frame when there's multiple cases.
Okay.
Like,
So this is happening at approximately midnight.
yeah, it's like, oh, there were 6 murders between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You can assume they're basing it around midnight.
But as the main character said, assuming things never got anyone anywhere.
I tell her that it makes
Shut up.
sense, yet it makes absolutely no sense at the same time. Ha! That's how... Whoa. That's how you know it belongs in the realm of quantum mechanics, first name. While making no sense at all, there's really no way to prove it wrong. Yes, because the burden of proof is on the one trying to prove it exists.
This is religious talk.
What an interesting and batshit thing to study.
Like religion.
She was right, though.
Says the evangelical.
Shut up.
I really couldn't prove her theory wrong. She had a tangible line of thought, even though that's all it was. So, that's really all I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted you to know that I'm not taking these incidents in stride. I will do my best to free Clace from all of the suspicion he's come
It
under.
actually doesn't explain why you told us.
Yeah.
And so you can enjoy
And not
Tokyo
the other
openly.
dude.
I'm trying to explain a bit of this to you.
Yeah.
I thank her for the interesting lesson and for trying to help us all. As weird as her theories and field of study were, it was nice to see someone sensible.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
she's not easily frightened like Keela, nor is she judging anyone like Rook. It was a very nice middle ground, and I hope to see more of her in the future.
Yeah.
If you'd let me return to my studies, perhaps I can have something more concrete later tonight.
She ends every discussion in innuendo.
I was about to say, there's a dick joke to be made here, but I don't
Yes.
think I need to make it.
She takes out her phone and places it on the table.
Would you mind exchanging contact information with me? I'll be sure to report any findings to you promptly.
Why?
I don't know.
Place my phone. Okay.
Well, actually, let's look at it realistically. We know of 5 people she's in contact with.
Yes.
One is weird shy dude.
Yes.
One is easily terrified squirrel.
Weird shy dude who disappeared.
Yeah. One is easily terrified squirrel.
Mhm.
One is Rook, who really doesn't seem like he gives a shit. One is Clace, who's got enough on his plate. And you're the last one.
Yeah. So it sort of makes sense why she'd confide in us, but at the same time, the
doesn't.
the story doesn't explain it properly in
Yes,
context.
but it's reasonable enough.
Yeah. It
I can
just-
suspend
There's
disbelief at that
also,
point.
like, you don't know that she's not in contact with other people.
Yeah. But
It's within the realm of suspension of belief, but the problem is we're the ones having to do the suspending.
yeah. Also, you know what's even weirder about her?
What?
She's a bird with fox ears.
Yeah, she has ears. That's an excellent point. I just noticed that myself. That's actually not common amongst the furry
And
fandom. Why did they do that?
Proper hair.
Proper hair is normal because
Yeah.
people just do that. But the ears thing is, Oh, she might not be a bird. Chimera? Not chimera necessarily, but one of the hybrids.
She also has opposable thumbs.
Well, her arms, though, are clearly bird.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, chimera, sort of?
Maybe, I doubt it.
I don't know.
She's a bird.
Yeah.
Bird is the word.
You got Jade's contact information.
We got her digits.
Do.
I leave her to her studies.
When
and
are
head
these
back down to the
when is
arcade.
this contact information gonna come in?
I don't know. Rook and Keela are nowhere to be found, so I decide to look for them outside.
I don't know.
We haven't made any choices, so I'll just
Yeah.
use this.
Huh.
Actually, should we just end it there? Good transition.
I don't know. I kind of want to know what happens. I'm a bit hooked, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious, okay? I just want to know. I understand. We can end it here.
Yeah.
We can end it here. Do you want to end it here?
Sort of.
Fine. Fine. Fine.
Well, that's it for us for tonight, guys.
Fine.